So you guys have just witnessed the capture of Themberchaud by the Deep King and by the surprising return of Lara. Now, for whatever is going on there, you may have the inkling to investigate. However, where you currently stand within Themberchaud's cavern, before you even have time to kind of consider the horde that you stand next to, you find yourselves surrounded as a number of Grey Dwarf guards not materialize, but pop out of invisibility about you, and immediately have their fire lances pointed in their direction, and they're just kind of escorting you out of the cavern, kind of seizing control. And as you're being led out, more troops are coming in, kind of taking and securing the horde for the Deep King. Now, as you are all brought out, you see the massive amount of destruction that has happened in less than 5 minutes worth of time. Charred bodies litter the street, destroyed buildings and parts of the cavern, stalagmites, scorch marks lie everywhere. Surprisingly, though, there's not a whole lot of panic. You see numerous numbers of this military guard everywhere, cleaning up, escorting people. You see more and more just filing out of the hold of the Deep King. And as you guys are making your way out, Sue kind of starts patting her sides as the guard kind of leads your sides. And she goes, does anybody have the bag of holding?
I
think you gave it back to me, and I'll check. Fuck.
Sue?
Yeah. No, I think it's missing. This is not fucking good.
That's bad.
We saw somebody sneaking out of the horde room.
Yes,
right, there was mention of that. Fuck me.
Yep. It was Indigo, and I believe it was Indigo only. I could be wrong. It's been a hot minute.
Probably. I got that good passive perception.
Yeah, you saw a white furred figure with a long tail kind of squeezing their way out through a hole in the cavern wall, in which you also saw like a number of small like gold coins clinking back down into the horde. And presuming it wasn't some invisible guard, you would think whoever this burglar is might have stolen from the lot of you as well.
Oh man, this is pretty bad, guys.
Do we have all of our other personal belongings? Is it just the bag that's missing, or has anything else been taken as well?
I imagine the concern that you're all feeling has you kind of patting anything down. It seems the bag of holding, though, is the only thing currently missing. Anything else that you were kind of like you had your hands on, or would have been like wearing or equipped, that has stayed with you. However, whatever collective items you had in there are gone.
I think we need to move quickly now. This individual is going to get away quite fast.
Okay, I have a thing. I have a thing for this. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Locate Object on the bag of holding.
Yeah, you get an immediate ping. Within you, it's a range of 1,000 feet or something like that.
Yep, 1,000 feet.
Okay. Remembering, if you guys are looking at the bottom of the map, that line that's 1,600 feet, you feel it's only 500 feet away and to the east of you, and it seems to be holding steady for a moment. But I imagine as you kind of attune more to it, you can feel the finer nuances of its movement, and it seems to kind of be like bouncing back and forth within a couple of feet. It seems like whoever's holding this is trying to gauge on where to head to next.
Okay.
And are we being escorted currently by guards, or are they kind of letting us make our own way?
Nope, it seems like you guys are unmolested for the moment. The guards that were previously escorting you have gone back into the cavern. And in fact, now, I imagine it's been a couple of minutes, you see some guards reappearing with like large chests carried between them, heading back towards the hold.
I don't think there's much more we can do here.
We have two options. We can pursue the individual that has our bag, or we can perhaps try to get ahead of this. If we present ourselves to the Deep King, bring up maybe that we had the egg, that we were, talk as if we were going to give it to him. Perhaps put ourselves in a position of some power here. And Indigo, I can't be the only one that wants to see why Lara is there.
I have a lot of questions for her. I, however, am leery of walking into the house of the man who just offered us, or offered about, like, more gold than I've ever seen in my entire life combined, for bringing us in dead or alive.
Well, that's why I say get ahead of it. Right now, he is not aware we are the ones that had the egg.
Yeah, but that's also, like, the only piece of information that we have. And not to be too fine a point on it, but I'll gesture back at the squid boy wearing a pillowcase, the fish lady, the mushroom skull golem, and me. She was the charismatic one.
Yes. No, that is fair. That is, That being said, however, if Lara... she could potentially speak on our behalf? If she is somehow ingratiated there?
You're that incredibly strapping warrior. You're saying that she was the member of your party? That you passed?
Yeah, I mean, subpar strength,
She looks very capable, Sefel.
Passing fighter at best. Yes, she
Solid 7.
Yeah, 7 out of 10 on leg day. She was the individual who we lost in the cavern fighting Bupido.
She did not return to you, no?
No.
No, apparently while we were sleeping off getting our butts kicked, she was getting a position of power and prominence. And also, she super died, or at least that's what Sefel said. I was unconscious at the time. But
Sefel, was she actually dead?
I assumed I left.
Have you been playing a bizarre long game?
No. Listen, for all intents and purposes, she was dead. You were all unconscious and incapacitated. The skeletons were swarming. Arthur got torn to pieces. I grabbed you and I left because I could. I didn't fathom a way she would have survived if the skeletons were not disanimated. Clearly I was wrong, but she did find herself in a position of power. It's possible she could speak on our behalf. She's also the only other living person other than a hallucinogenic fungus who knows the mission that we were on, who could speak to the truth of our situation.
Well, can I roll on what I know about the Deep King? And maybe Sue could help me on this with, like, just having a discussion on what we know about whether he would kill us or take the information. Like, is he a gentle guy? Is he more of like I'm assuming not, but like
like no, that's absolutely fair, and I will totally give you
like insight. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I will let you. Yeah, gosh, man, this is when like I wish there was more or better
History.
skills for this.
Yeah.
I will let you use what is insight on here? Insight's wisdom. Yeah, you can do insight or a investigation, whichever one's better for you.
Okay, and I just imagine that she's literally like talking to Sue right now. Sue, I feel that the Deep King, I could go either way here, and she's just like having this conversation with her. Can I have advantage or like?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give you advantage
Okay.
on this. Yeah. And begins considering her past, I will also give you a +5.
Oh wow, 28.
28? Great. Awesome. It's in your conversation, the two of you kind of suss out that while it's dangerous, if you go about it with the right tact, it stands to reason that you would not be like killed off immediately. The Deep King, however, you both know has been acting a bit strange lately. Kind of coinciding, there's the word, with other events that have been occurring within the last couple of weeks. Their kind of like moods have shifted. However, the Deep King is more inclined to like deceit and charm and guile to get what they want versus outright power. They really only like to use that as a last resort. So if he could find a way to indebt you to him, he would prefer to do that. He's very much like a dragon in the same nature.
Interesting. I'm going to say I am open to this plan, but only because I have grown to trust you both. It makes me incredibly nervous, as I think it does you as well, Sue, to not just immediately take this into our own capable hands. We know where the egg is. Perhaps there is a medium ground where we get eyes on the creature and then go to the king.
I'm fine with that option. I'm simply presenting an alternative in the case that we have not done well with chases in this city before, and now more than ever there is a target on our back.
I will make a note of this. You are not good runners.
Oh, that's right. That was Lara as well.
I really wish I could argue, but she is right. How about this? First, we try to chase down this fluffy-butted bandit on our own.
Sure.
And if that does not work, then we attempt a deception upon the king who is deep.
That seems
Love it.
like... Does he write poetry? No, that seems like our best option. My only thought in this plan is that if we need to reach the Deep King, if this individual has intentions of turning the egg over, or perhaps turning us in, as he now possesses the egg and has theoretically seen... I would presume he's seen us, or they have seen us. We need to get to the Deep King before they do, if that is their intent. Otherwise, all of our options fail. Exactly. That is my only caveat, but we can certainly try to track this individual down first.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Scamper, 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 scamper.
Sprint, 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 sprint.
All right, so you're
Montage
heading
music.
after-
Montage music.
Montage.
Anyone picture like the Emperor's New Groove when Cusco and Pacha are going, and then
Oh,
Yzma and
yeah.
Kronk, and like the lines going all over the map?
See, you were
Nice.
thinking that. I was thinking Rocky.
Yeah.
Mm,
The Tiger. Classic.
good. All right. How long does your spell last for, Andrew?
1 hour.
1 hour. Great. All right. In the little bit of time that you guys were kind of debating your next moves, it has moved farther.
Sorry. I'm wrong. 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm going to say a minute's passed. It did not take you guys long to kind of come up with this plan. However, the beacon that you feel, and I hope everybody can see the little wormling I put on Roll20 that says egg beacon with a red thing around it. It has moved about 100 feet north, and it seems to be kind of making slow progress. And you would gauge, based on your natural insight and in the way this is moving, that whoever's carrying it is either being extremely careful about their movements or is puzzling over next moves. So who is kind of leading the search here?
I could, if we're looking for like,
I'll give you 3 skills you can use for this. You can either use survival, you can use perception, or you can use investigation. It's going to be difficult until you find something solid. So this first check is to find something solid for the trail, but you already have a boost because you have the tracker.
Okay. I do have a +8 to investigation, and I can use one of my knowledges of a past life to roll an additional d6 on top of that.
Sold.
Yep,
Sold? Okay.
Sounds great.
Well, so we can use it now, or we can, well, no, the finding something solid would probably be the more difficult option. I was going to say we could save it if we think the next check would be more difficult, but no, I can take this
I
one.
mean, Indigo's got high perception too. It's like if we
That's
need to
true.
get somebody else to a different roll.
My highest is a +7, so your +8 will be better. I also have a limited racial feat. I could use my Fortune of the Many to add a +4 to the roll.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I mostly hit things.
Sue has
and we value you.
Perception +9 and a survival +6.
Nice.
I would rather have her work as a support for you.
Sure.
Whether that be advantage or giving you a plus bonus to a roll.
Okay, so just to keep this moving, like, just to be clear, this first check, this is going to be the more difficult one because we don't have anything to go off of.
Yes, I will say, like, if you guys are, there's 3 ways you could do this. You can move at a normal, slow speed and hope that this thing doesn't move faster. You can move at a slower, stealthy pace, potentially lose them, but you're going to be looking for, like, a trail or something. Or you can move at a fast pace, incur the potential attraction of guards for whatever you're doing, but you'll catch up on them, and then it's a matter of spotting the legitimate figure.
Right. I think we keep normal
else?
pace. I think we try not to draw attention to ourselves, not super sneaky. I think we rely on the fact that this guy probably doesn't know what the hell he's going to do because he just apprehended the item that the target is on. So if there is a hesitation for this individual, I don't think we need to rush.
Agreed. And you are apparently not fast.
True.
That's true. All right. Let's get after him.
Okay, so let's do it. So I'm going to go ahead, do investigation.
And if Sue's not helping you, I certainly will be. I can be
Okay.
pointing out to where the spell is located, so hopefully that'll...
Okay, I will take the
Yeah,
advantage.
so you can have advantage on that one for sure.
Ugh, I'm going to need it. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Do I want to... Fucking ones. I can't roll any d6s. It's okay. It is still, even with the 1 on a d6, it is a total of a 26.
Okay. Since you guys are moving at a normal pace, not really trying to incur attraction to your movements, you do catch up a little bit on it. It is still moving to the north. However, because of this, you do notice as you move to the east, a series of, like, holes appearing on the cavern walls outside of Themberchaud's lair. And you can see that there's a couple of small gold coins like 4 of them. Not a couple, a few, I should say. A few gold coins sitting at the base of the cavern wall, kind of scattered so that they show that they are also moving north, so you have kind of a physical trail. How long are you going to try to keep this pace?
I think we just keep this up.
Just keep it up.
Yeah, I don't really want to slow down or speed up.
Yeah, I mean, how much do we feel like we're gaining? Like, do we feel like it's worth rushing, or do we still have a ways to catch up?
So when you started this, you were about at 600 feet. I'd say now you're within 300 to 400 feet. So you could begin to catch a glimpse, but you don't feel like you're exactly within line of sight, according to Indigo's spell.
Okay, let's keep pace. Let's not give anybody, including them, the chance to.
We don't want to spook them either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's keep pace a little bit longer.
Okay.
Agree. And I can always burn another spell slot if we take longer.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's been about 5 minutes at this point because you're going a little bit slower. So you got about 5 minutes left. We'll say that it'll take you through about another check, but hopefully you'll get close.
Hey, Will, can I pick up those coins?
Yeah, absolutely. You can pocket four gold. Okay. Go for it. A guard comes over, puts their fire lance to your face, and is like, "Leave them." No, he doesn't. Those are mine.
Gladly.
Indigo Scylla's gone. Keep pushing.
Duke Scylla, run. Sue's just like, "I'm sorry." No. All right. Make another check. And either, Indigo still got this spell, so we'll say you have advantage there. If you want the extra bonus from Sue, you're welcome to take an additional +2.
Okay.
We love bonuses here.
Yes, we do.
Welcome to the Madness table. We do love an advantage.
Yeah, unless it's the same number and it's a single digit.
Oof.
Not a 1. Still kind of gross. I hate to do it. I'm going to burn another knowledge. So, with that bonus from Sue, we're at a total of a +10. It's not great. 14. Fuck me. 16 total.
Dang.
Oof.
I know, that was with
brutal.
everything. I rolled a natural 4 twice.
All right. This is what happens. You guys make it to this kind of like larger courtyard area. You definitely feel you are within 200 feet. And you are also sitting below and near one of the main entrances to the hold of the Deep King. You, Indigo, feel just before your spell ends this beacon on just the other side of this like wide open space. You see guards going back and forth. You see more decorated, what you would presume to be noble or higher ranking dwagger or grey dwarves moving about. And you see kind of like a group of figures over to the edge that seem to kind of be like milling about, and just as the spell ends, you feel like it's coming from within that group. But because of the perception check and because the spell ends there, you feel like you have a spot, but you're not sure which individual it is.
Okay, I got good news and I got bad news. Which one would you like to hear first?
I would hear
Whichever
whichever
is
one
quickest.
is quicker. Oh my god!
Damn.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Jeez,
oh no,
man.
they're beginning to think alike. No!
Indigo, we can keep her.
No! Good news, they're one of those people over there, one of them, and bad news, they just walked into the Deep King's house.
No. They didn't walk into the Deep King's house. This like
close.
large clump right here you guys are next to, that's the hold of the Deep King. They are not near the hold.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Crisis averted.
So this is our like divergence of path. We are next to the hold. We can go in, or we can try to pursue.
Oh, 6 in one
I-
hand, half dozen the other.
I will personally go on the record saying I feel better about our chances catching the furry-blooded bandit than I do convincing the Deep King to not murder us.
All right.
Scylla, you and Sue know the most about this place and the Deep King. I will defer to what you think is best.
6 months ago, or, you know, I don't want to like put a timeline on it because I actually don't know, but a while ago, I would have said that we should take our chances with the Deep King. However, lately, he has not quite been the same, and that makes me nervous. I think perhaps politics aren't our best interests in this instance. I don't know that we can rely on who they are as a king in this moment.
Sure.
I would run.
Then we have to keep moving.
Sounds good.
I will cast another locate object and continue to push ahead.
Okay, you recast it. I'll say it's only been about 2 minutes, and you feel that beacon has only moved maybe about 50 feet farther north. And you can go ahead and make another check.
Okay. Does anyone else want to use a skill, or you want
if
me to
Indigo
keep going?
wants to roll, Scylla will boost him on her shoulders so he can see above the crowd.
All right. Yeah, and I still have my ability, so yeah, I'll try that. Little perception check. Like that. Alright, so that is 25.
Nice.
Okay. You guys make pretty good time. You manage to make it across this courtyard, and you realize that this figure is heading towards one of the bridges that goes across the furrow, breaching through the city here. And as you're getting there, you see one particular kind of oddly cloaked figure moving towards the head of the bridge that's moving almost too calmly amongst all the other people that are kind of moving with a hurried purpose. What do you want to do? You feel the beacon of sorts coming off of this individual.
Should I tackle?
I don't want
This-
to get stabbed today.
This either needs to happen discreetly, or if we draw attention, it needs to be strategically.
Could we take the parallel furrow and beat them across to the other side?
Well, that's a great idea.
I will add on to that. Some of us do. Some follow behind. We pincer them in.
Great idea.
Yeah. I'll go the parallel furrow because I can try to find them magically if I lose sight of them. And then
Yes.
maybe Stool comes with me, and then the rest of y'all head behind them.
Yeah, I'll follow behind.
Same.
Worst case scenario, I can pop a whole person, but I'd rather not because that draws attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So just to be clear here, who's going across again?
So Indigo and Stool are going parallel and trying to head them off on the other side. The rest of us are coming up directly behind them.
Okay.
So that by the time Indigo and Stool get there, they're closed in on both sides of the bridge.
All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to roll initiative here to see who can make these moves quicker than the other, and if you're going to try and not to draw attention to yourselves here. All right. I will say you guys were within 100 feet of this individual. You're going to try and pincer them across. So first off in the order is Brendan.
I am just keeping pace behind. Once Indigo, points out the individual, I'm going to keep slow and I'm going to keep distance, but I'm going to keep eyes on them.
Okay, so you're going to match pace, keep within 100 feet of them. Okay.
Correct.
Next up is the individual, who I'm going to have make a perception check because they are keeping an eye out on the things happening around them. Okay. And next up is Indigo.
All right. How far apart would you say these two crossways are?
I'd say they're within, going off of that, it's probably about 100 feet. So you have to cover a lot of ground to get around.
Yeah. I'm just going to start kind of hoofing it then. Not quite a full sprint, but definitely kind of, running, vaguely pantomiming that I'm like, oh, I'm late or whatever, but just I'm hustling along.
Okay.
Indigo's shaking his watch the whole time.
Whoa!
Oh, look at this watch here.
Giant stool is behind you, just and just like he's just like, I'll try to make him think we're okay, and he's just like shooting pacification spores out really crazy, trying to be like, everything's fine, look away, we're not the droids you're looking for. All right, so you guys are gonna start moving. Forgoing any kind of stealth check, just trying to get across.
Yep.
Okay. And next up is Sue. Sue is going to match pace with Sefel. Scylla, what are you doing?
Matching pace with Sefel.
Okay. Then we are back up. Yeah. Stool and Indigo are now like just about halfway across the bridge. You guys are Sue, Scylla, and Sefel, the S teams, the S buddies, are about to hit the bridge, and the individual, by your viewpoints, is about a quarter of the way into the bridge. So once again, we are back at the top of the order with Brendan.
Okay. Yeah, no, just keeping pace. Actually, what I would like to do, once we get a little ways onto the bridge, can I see Indigo and Stool and where they are, or are we too far away from them?
No, you can spot them.
Okay. Does it look like they're keeping the correct pace and that they are going to be able to head this off?
It's possible unless they are spotted.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to maintain.
Okay, stay within 100 feet. Gotcha. All right, next up is the other individual. Indigo, what is your... Is there a passive stealth score? Why am I...
No,
working?
but that's because you can't really be passively
Yeah.
stealthy.
Can you go ahead and just roll a stealth roll for me?
Sure can. And I'll roll at a disadvantage because I'm wearing that heavy armor.
God damn it, Indigo.
Okay.
Whoopsie poopsie.
Actually, you know what? Don't roll with disadvantage. Only because you're not so close to them that is going to be like, what? Like, there's all sorts of armored dwarves around.
True. All right. Cool. That's a 6.
Whoopsie poopsie.
I love that buildup of cool. Like, nice.
I got this, guys.
You
We're
missed
fucked.
it.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, this individual is going to make a perception check because it is their turn.
Oh gosh, still have to beat a 6.
You, Susilla, and Sefel, you all see this individual look over to the left as, like, Stool and Indigo have kind of, like, barreled into a couple of individuals, and, like, there's a couple shouts that you can hear echoing within the cavernous space. But it doesn't seem like they're fully alarmed. They don't seem to have, like, changed anything about their current trajectory.
Okay.
So next up is Indigo. It's your move. You get to keep hoofing it.
Yeah, the only member of the party whose name does not start with S is going to just speed along.
That is
All right.
accurate.
You manage to get to just the other side of the bridge, and Sue's going to keep a pace with Sefel, though she's a bit nervous. Scylla, what are you doing? Same thing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep pace.
Okay, maintain. All right, you don't have to. It's totally up to you.
No, I was contemplating whether it would be worth it to like make a distraction, but I don't know. I think we're fine.
Okay. Back up to the top of the order. The individual is now about halfway across the bridge. You guys are about a quarter of the way on. Susella and Sefel, Nigo and Stool, you guys are on the other side. Brendan, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to... Seeing, like, if I can look over and see that Indigo and Stool have made their way across, I'm going to begin to slowly start closing the gap. Not enough that it's like I'm not sprinting across the bridge, but I am definitely picking up pace slightly to get to close well within that 100 feet.
Okay. All right. So how close are you trying to get? Like,
Let's call it, let's say 60.
60 feet? Okay.
60
Can you roll
feet.
me a stealth check?
Sure can. Not a good one, but I can. Come on, don't fuck me.
What you get?
8.
That's an improvement.
It's something, that's for sure.
Polish a turd. It's still a turd.
It's still a turd. Yeah, good job. All right, next up is the individual who is keeping an eye out. Actually, what is their passive perception?
Can I? Sorry.
Yeah, go
Can
for
I
it.
prepare an action just in case?
You have me puzzling here. What do you want to prepare here?
Well, so it depends if I got as close as I wanted to.
Oh yeah, you definitely got
Okay.
within the range that you wanted to.
Okay. If they start to look like they're gonna book it, I'm gonna cast Hold Person,
Okay. All right.
if you will
All
allow
right.
it.
I will allow it.
You are nothing
This
but
once.
merciful.
Yes, I am fucking merciful. You remember that.
Christ.
Because this was after a failure. Okay, so this individual you see kind of pause, and their hood kind of like peeks back, but you don't see their face.
Mm-hmm.
And then they proceed to walk forward at a normal pace.
Okay.
Indigo, you're up.
I'm gonna start hoofing it right across. I'm trying to get positioned at the other end of that crossway.
I would say double moving and running over there. Yeah, the two of you make it over there, effectively creating this pincer move. Sue is going to match you, Scylla, in whatever you do next. What do you want to do?
I really just want to keep pace with Sefel right now because I just feel like anything that I do would just make the situation worse.
Okay.
I'll keep it pace.
All right, sure. All right, starting back up at the next turn, Sefel, you are up.
Okay. We're on both sides. I'm just gonna start closing. Like, I mean, I'm already closing, but I am going to get quicker. Honestly, it doesn't really matter if this guy sees at this point.
Okay. How close are you
Ooh.
trying to get?
Can I retcon slightly? I want to keep pace with Sefel, but I want to act like I'm not like with him.
Okay. Make a deception check.
Make a deception -1.
Disgrace.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Name
All right.
that movie.
Yeah. How are you getting any closer there, Brendan?
Yeah, so I am getting... I'm not going to dash, so I'm not going to go 60. Yeah, I'm just going to go normal movement. I honestly, at this point, I intend to catch up to the person. I'm just doing it casually, I guess. No, like, I still don't want to draw attention, but my intention is to eventually get up to this person, and I feel like they're aware of their situation, so we need to make some move here.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to duke it out in the middle of a bridge. Something needs, like... We need to act quickly on what next steps would be.
Okay.
So for now, I'm just closing distance.
Okay. I need the number of feet you are getting within this individual.
Okay. 30 feet.
30 feet. Great. Thank you.
Sorry.
All right. It is their turn. Great. You all are now within 60 feet total, them being smack dab in the middle, 30 on both sides, when this individual stops, walks over to the side of the bridge, and holds the bag over the side, just very casually, and just kind of stands there, waiting to see what the rest of you do. We're out of initiative here, so you can just tell me.
That's a strong
what you're
play.
thinking.
That's a strong play, sir.
What are the physics of what happens to the thing in the bag if the bag falls?
Nothing. It's an interdimensional space.
But the problem is that it's a really long drop and we might never find it, right?
Yes, it would be losing the bag.
Indigo is gonna casually as he can, even though he's like wearing his like scaled mail armor and like sweating profusely, is gonna like gingerly sit on the edge of the causeway and try to make eye contact with the guy.
Okay, so you
slowly, inoffensively, just taking a seat and looking over.
How far away are you getting? Or getting closer?
I'm not getting any closer to him. I'm maintaining my distance, but just moving towards the edge over where they are, so I can get like a look at them.
Okay. You see that they are probably about average human height, probably about 5 or 10 feet. You see that a pale arm is what's sticking out of this like large black cloak that surrounds them. You see that they are wearing black leather boots, and you see that there's like kind of a shirt and leather bracer on the arm. Otherwise, you do not see a face. They do not turn to look at you, but it seems like with the way their head is tilted that they are looking back and forth between your two groups.
Is there anyone like around us? Like right now, are we still in like a busy of it? Like, are we in the? Just give me a sense of the scene around us, if you could.
Yeah. So you're in the middle of this this stone bridge. There are a handful of other passerbys. Every once in a while, you see a non-invisible guard. You see some other gray dwarf moving about. Since you are strangers on kind of the nicer part of town that is a bit restricted to visitors, you are getting a few more looks, especially because of the proclamation of the Deep King. So there's probably about 10 other individuals scattered about you, moving back and forth on the bridge.
So kind of as casually as Indigo is capable of being, just kind of looking out over the expanse.
We could talk about this. Sit down. Back by the bazaar. Come to an agreement.
It doesn't look good for any of us to draw attention right now.
They kind of like cock their head back and forth, like they're kind of considering, but they don't say anything.
Indigo's gonna slowly stand back up and start walking north. Slowly, looking back every now and then. But
Moving away from them. Okay. All right. They kind of like look a little bit more in the direction of Indigo, but then they kind of turn back towards you, Sepel, you pillow encased tentacle man.
We have a room at the Bullet's lair. Agreements can be made privately. Attention does not behoove a thief.
Doesn't say anything, just keeps their arm outstretched.
I'd like to stand, like, I'm not getting closer to them, but I'd like to stand against the railing that they're holding the bag over. And I'd like to watch the space in the air. And I'm not going to, like, basically, in the event that it drops, I'm going to cast a spell.
You have a spell?
You have spells?
Oh, you have Gust of Wind,
come on,
don't you?
guys.
Yeah,
I have a couple spells.
You have a couple little spells. Tricky. Okay. You trying to make it, still trying to be inconspicuous to the rest of your group here?
Yeah, she's feigning that she's having a lovely conversation with her friend Sue. Just
Okay,
hanging out, looking at the
you're
view.
trying to get Sue into this. Sure. Go ahead and roll another deception check. I'll give you advantage because Sue is working with you on this one. She picks up on what you're putting down.
Yeah, so I said to him the other day that I didn't appreciate how much he was charging me for the bread.
Oh, that
20.
son of a bitch! How dare he? What'd you get?
Yeah.
A nat 20?
I did.
Wow. The two of you are cool as cucumbers, seemingly
fucking bread prices,
totally
man.
normal.
It was moldy bread. I was really mad.
How dare he?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so you are in position and you are prepared while having this fake conversation with Sue.
Mm-hmm.
I will walk to the opposite ledge that this individual is on. I will also walk past them, leaving Sue and Scylla as the other side of the line. And I will simply reiterate, we are open to speaking. We don't wish to pose a threat, certainly. Just avoiding others. You are welcome to join us.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Wish you still had them knowledges now, huh?
I still have one more. Really
That's
didn't
good.
want to blow all of them in the first, hour of since our last long rest. I feel like we woke up next to the obelisk literally less than an hour ago. Okay. I'm fucking nervous. I have a +0. This is a straight roll.
hell yeah.
That is a natural 16. With my last knowledge,
Okay.
that is a total of 18.
this odd kind of, what's the word I want? Almost double timbered voice kind of like speaks out towards you and says, by which name should I ask for at the lair?
You know what to say here, Savel.
Ask for the Magicianer.
Yes!
Woo!
Oh, I hate myself. I feel like a part of me has died.
And as you say that, this figure leaps over the side of the bridge and just falls.
Yep.
And you watch them just plummet down like pencil dive almost, Scylla. Just headed straight hundreds of feet below towards the furrow. Do you
And
have
I will-
anything?
I will look to Scylla and Sue. Unless you're doing anything.
No,
Hair-trigger.
if he was gonna drop the bag, I maybe could have done something, but if he's jumping himself,
Yeah.
that's way more.
I'll look to the two of them.
Do we jump?
This is where we do the most infuriating thing. This is where we employ trust in strangers. Let us return to the lair.
Yeah, trust is good for the soul, Seville.
And I will head in Indigo's direction towards the Bullet's lair.
Okay.
Mm.
You all heading there, or are you trying to take care or do anything else, any of you?
Am I pretty certain that my deception was successful?
Yes.
Then I think I should probably not be seen at the Bullet's lair with you guys. And perhaps I wait and and to see them enter into the Bullet's lair and then come in after them again.
If that is what you wish. I don't think it's a bad idea.
I mean, unless we don't care anymore, but it kind of feels like
It is a hard relationship to gauge. We are asking them to trust us, and we are doing the same. Even though we have deceived them, I'm sure they know to some extent that they did not see the breadth of who we are.
I mean,
So it is simply simply a question of if we continue the ruse or not.
Dude
Yep.
jumped off a bridge. He has his own problems. I mean, solutions or whatever.
It's fair.
problems and solutions, apparently.
I don't think it's necessarily a deal breaker if we are all together at the Bullet's lair. I think it's
Okay.
just something that they may acknowledge, but you are welcome to wait outside and close again if you wish.
Yeah, it just could be a long time because we didn't really give him like a time frame or have any control
Right.
over that.
I think you're right. We should all be together in the Bullet's lair and simply wait.
I should speak to the barkeep when we get there.
Order drinks.
No, tell them that someone will come looking for some absurd individual known as the Magicianer.
Excellent. And that will give us lots of time to think about what we're going to do about the fact that our friend Lara is apparently still alive and just hanging out.
Let's
Indigo, you're
maintain.
sweating profusely.
Yeah, let's maintain the
Oh,
psychotic breaks until we are inside closed doors. But I am in a similar headspace. I know you can't see my expression right now.
Yeah. I am not having a psychotic break, but I could assist. We can head back.
Right. No, let's get there. I could use a drink because we lost an egg, and now there's a thief running about. Stool's just like, cool. Awesome, guys. All right, so you guys head back towards the Bullets lair.
Yeah.
And you get in there. Do the rest of you kind of hang out in the tavern-like area, or are you headed towards the room while Safel is informing the barkeep / inn proprietor of their new name by which this individual should approach them or looking for?
I mean, I kind of think we should all be. I mean, how does one feel in conflict? Is it like good to just be one-on-one, or do we all want to be kind of in the room?
No, I think we should all be in the space.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get a table at the bar and just kind of hang out there.
Yeah, that's actually probably a good call. It might be better to be semi-public instead of in a closed room. They might be a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Less murdery.
Right. A little bit
Yeah.
more option. Okay.
Let's
so yeah,
sit and talk about our culture.
we'll post up.
Okay, you're posting up in the bar. All right.
Yeah.
You go and tell the proprietor of your new name.
There will be a strange, pale, cloaked individual asking for the Magicutioner. It's a work gimmick. I lost a bet.
I hate. This is odd that you come telling me this now, because someone has already come looking for you, and there is a package laying in your room. They had me drop it for you.
Oh.
That's incredibly kind. They were quite punctual. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem.
Indigo, Scylla,
Yeah?
to the room.
Oh,
No, right?
that's not what you just said, but that's fine. Sure, whatever.
No, I'm aware. And we go to the room.
Okay, you go into your room, and within the room, you have your couple of bunks, and as you all kind of enter through the door, you see that one of your bedside tables has been moved into the center of the room, and you see the bag of holding sitting on it.
Scylla will rush to the bag of holding and look in it.
As you do, a crossbow bolt appears out of nowhere and snaps into the ground right in between your feet.
Oh. Can I try to open it again?
The same thing happens. You don't even get to move within
Scylla-
5 feet of it before
Scylla,
another
stop
bolt
touching the
lands.
bag.
There's something happening.
Stop going to the bag.
But I have to know. And she.
Can we see where it's coming from?
Yes.
Make perception checks. Yeah, I'm making you roll for it. Oh, bitches.
Toral guide my step.
Nope. I don't see shit.
Yeah. 13.
You don't see anything. Anybody score above 13? I gotta roll for Stu and Scylla here.
No.
Still
if
sees jack shit.
If a
Same as Stu.
13 fails, I will use a Fortune of the Many to boost that to, I believe, a 17.
Okay. You see that high up above on the ceiling that there is a small grate that allows for smoke to filter out of the room, not allowing a huge amount to get out, but you see that there appears to be some movement there. And as you latch onto this movement, you see something just start to bleed through the bars of this opening, and then just fall and splatter this bluish, sparkly, almost glittery kind of gelatin.
Gross.
And it starts to stand up and take this almost humanoid kind of shape, and you see what looks like two human eyes kind of gloop up or like rise up through this ooze and kind of take places in like roughly this space of where humans' eyes would be.
Oh God.
And you see like this bag fall from the ceiling as well, and like this weird amorphous humanoid creature pulls out a hand crossbow, and you kind of hear that same double timbered voice of like, what's the story with the egg? And that's where we'll leave it today.
Jeez.
A squishy boy.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you again. You're one of our favorite listeners. You made it to the post show notes. Thank you so much for your support. Yes, new outro means new news. We started a Discord server. Yes, we wanted to create a space for our listeners to meet fellow fans of the show. It's a new community, so hop on in, say hi, we'll be there. You can find it by going to our Twitter page, and it's linked up at the top there. Our Linktree/The Madness Table has all of our links to all of our stuff. Speaking of which, if you haven't, please follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We try to, post some memes and other exciting stuff, especially on Twitter, so we would love the support there. We're also going to be launching a bonus action segment soon where we talk about the behind the scenes for the different chapters of our story. So please keep an eye out for those. And if you want to submit any questions for a future bonus action segment, please email us at themadnesstable@gmail.com. Lastly, please leave a review if you haven't. All the reviews do is they help us grow. It's a quick, easy, and free way to show your support. And we always appreciate that. So again, thank you so much for listening. We hope you're happy and healthy. We'll see you next week. When